My name is Bo. I came to Poland a little less than 5 years ago, and I came to Poland because of a girl. This is how it is. Here in Poland, I have, like most typical Poles, I have 2 jobs. One as a lecturer at Uniwersytet Gdański, and the other one is where I'm working in a private company. The most general stereotype is that Poles drink a lot. If you ask a normal Dane, he would say, "Oh," or she would say, "Poles drink a lot." The fact is actually that Danes drink more than Polish people. A lot more. You see, I would actually say you see more drunk people on the streets in Denmark than you see in Poland. Well, of course you see drunk people here in Poland. Well, the first thing I thought that it was that it's strange here in Poland when it comes to time, because as you may know, Scandinavians has a reputation for being, just like Germans, extremely exact when it comes to time. In Poland, it's exactly the opposite. I can tell you a story. My girlfriend told me that, we're having guests tonight, and they're coming, and I asked, okay, fine, I'll make food for them. So when are they coming? She said, I don't know when they're coming. When they're coming, when they have finished work and so on. Yeah, I asked. So when is that? Well, maybe, I don't know. So I said, well, how can I prepare food when I don't know when they're coming? So this was the first thing about Poland, my first impression about Poland, and it was so that, and this situation with time, it repeated itself again and again and again and again, and also in my work, I found out that in general, if I have a meeting, then people normally come 20 minutes after the time where we have an appointment. And it's always ruch na drogach. This is always the excuse for being too late. So this is how it is here in Poland. The first is traffic. It seems like when the normal Pole gets into his car or her car, it's like the brain gets completely turned off, and the person becomes the king of the road. It's especially here in Poland, it's especially characteristic if it's a BMW, because then it's some kind of bald guy, gangster look, driving 120 kilometers where 50 kilometers is allowed. And it's like, boom, completely, I'm the king of the road. There's statistically 6 times more accidents on Polish roads compared to Danish. The second thing I do not really like in Poland, that's those banners with commercials all over. They are completely, the whole country is filled with them. We went 2 weeks ago, we went to Kaszubę, and it was so that you really need to get far, far, far out on the countryside to avoid all those commercials. It's completely, Poland is filled with them. And once we were driving from Poland and into Slovakia, and the moment we crossed the border, all those banners disappeared. It just became nature. But here it's like all over, and there are so many that you completely lose sense of what they are saying. Well, of course, sometimes they're very beautiful women on those commercials, but then you go, oh. But that's dangerous for the traffic. what Poles think about Denmark in general is that that Danes pay high taxes. It's not a stereotype, it's a truth. But in general, when it comes to taxes, the average Dane pays around 50%. Plus, of course, VAT when he buys or she buys things in the shops. And VAT, that's 25%. For me, the funny situation repeats itself time after time after time. And the funny thing is, when I say my name, and the people ask, imię I nazwisko. And I say, yeah, my imię, that's Bo. No, it's not imię poproszę. Yeah, it's Bo, B-O. It's not a name. It's my name. Oh, naprawdę? No, bardzo krótkie imię. I like a lot of the dishes. I like kiełbasa. I like loads of things. I like barst, and it's very good the day after, since Danes are drinking more than Poles. But one of the things which is funny, because I didn't like it before coming to Poland, is kasha. It is so that before coming to Poland, I will kasha. It was no, I'm not going to eat. But then I started tasting it here in Poland. I was just a little bit, and I found out, wow, that's good. So I think actually I could eat kasha every day now. Definitely, Poles are more religious than Danes. And at my work in Poznan, it's so that I'm working with those guys. We were working at the floor, making some machines. And we were standing there, and they were using this word which starts with ka. And yeah. And every second word was this. And then we started talking about religion. And then they said, they asked me, are you religious? I said, no, I'm not really. But don't you believe in Jesus? I says, yeah, well, I don't really know. Well, maybe not like you do. Oh, this is strange. Aren't you Christian in Denmark? Yeah, I think we're Christian, but well, maybe not as much as, in Poland. But this is actually funny, because then I found out that on the surface, Poles are extremely religious. It's the most Catholic countries of all, maybe except Ireland. But the thing is that if you just scratch this surface, Poles are not so religious. For me, learning Polish was easier than when I was learning Chinese, because what makes Chinese more difficult than Polish is that then you can't relate the words to anything. It's not so that many Polish words and Danish words are more or less the same. I'm making some kind of collection of those words, and one of the funny words is the Polish word Durchschlag. It's dørslag in Danish. So, and it's something completely different in Swedish and in German. So where the relation between Durchschlag and dørslag comes from, no idea. But that's how it is. On the other hand, Polish grammar is difficult. Pozdrawiam widzów wirtualnej Polski. Tusind tak, fordi jeg måtte komme. Mange tak.